talks down to you? What do you say or what do you do when someone talks down to you? We have all experienced people who talk down to us. Sometimes verbally or sometimes by merely using their body language, they can get to you. Today, I want to share some amazing ways in which you can use your words or your body language to stand up to these people. A lot of my image coaching clients tell me about certain incidents and how they did not speak up at that time just so that they could let that situation pass. But that feeling just keeps eating them from inside, where you feel like, why did I not speak up? Why did I not stand up for myself? Why did I not know what to say? Well, there are ways to be prepared to respond in such situation without responding with anger. Tip number 1 coming up. Welcome to Blush with me. So don't be afraid of the consequences and confrontations. If someone raises one eyebrow or rolls their eyes or clears their throat in the middle of your conversation, has a sarcastic smile when you are speaking, or takes deep puffy breaths, they raise their eyebrows or don't look at you when you are talking to them, they keep looking at their watch while you are speaking either one-on-one or in a group, and you let that pass, then you may only be encouraging a behavior that leave you frustrated. Now, there are joyful people or miserable people, not good or bad people. You cannot change them, but you can change something about yourself that will actually ultimately bring a change in the way those people treat you. How they are is their choice, but sometimes you are helping them make that choice by being the way you currently are. If you let people speak over you by saying small negative things in public or acting in disrespectful manner, and you keep quiet and let them get away, then you not saying anything to that one person sends a message about you to everyone who is present there as well. So think about it. You don't say anything because usually you're more worried about the social consequences of your reaction or even the other person's reaction. Remember the time when somebody else took credit for what you did, or cut your sentence halfway through and took over the conversation, or made a sarcastic comment that felt humiliating, but you kept quiet. Being afraid of confrontations is not going to help you. It will only make you more frustrated that you did not speak up. By not taking control of that situation, you are creating an impression that you are someone who lets people take you for granted, treat you the way they want to. Have you ever seen those movies when you open a gate and the whole group of zombies want to attack you? Shut that gate in time so no one can take that liberty to cross the barriers. Now, these are the kind of people that exist all around the world. Even if you move companies or change your friends, the change needs to come in you. When you treat yourself differently, others will too. Number 2 is to change your body language to change your mindset, and vice versa. I am about to tell you something that will help you change something up here in your mindset so you can take action confidently the next time. Understand why they are doing what they are doing. It is only when someone feels threatened by you, or insecure in your presence, or they want the focus to remain on themselves and not share the limelight. Or they could be people with authority who talk down to you to make themselves feel more superior. Or they could be talking down to you because you don't have that respect yet. They have seen other people getting away doing the same with you. It is kind of a bullying pattern. Maybe you slouch, or you don't make that eye contact with people. Maybe you're soft-spoken, or it's difficult to hear when you speak. It could be your body language that shows signs of nervousness and anxiety. There could be many reasons. Standing up for yourself. It is a way for you to get that respect that you deserve. It is when people don't know the right way to stand up for yourself or what to say in such situations is when they resort to either anger or you don't know what to say at all. The only way you can have control over their behavior towards you is by having control over yourself. If you have watched my channel enough, you would have heard me say this multiple times. If you are doing what you're doing, then you will get what you have got. As an image coach, I take great pride when I help women feel more empowered in a way that just education or academic accolades cannot help you with. They don't teach you what I'm out of: anger. Watch this real-life situation enacted by two Oscar-nominated actors giving their best performance to show you what I am trying to convey.
Hey Emma, look what I made today.
That? You're 8 years old. That's all you got? You just connected 2 wires and you're calling it impressive. Wow.
Hey, but I worked so hard on it.
On that little thing? Let's focus on something better.
Should I say something? I should just let it go. Why bother? He'll only say something more mean to me.
But instead, he could say this without getting angry.
Well, that's your opinion. There are other people who want to listen to what I have to say. Now, please don't interrupt me until I'm finished.
So if someone interrupts you or tries to take over, instead of being quiet or responding aggressively, all you need to say is this.
This is important. I want to add, but if Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
So she said it with assertive eye contact. Her voice, her body language were all assertive but not aggressive. Samay here has such a hard time acting like a bully. There's something that he had quoted when he was in his 3rd grade, when he stopped a bully in his school without getting angry. And when I asked him why he was not angry at this person, his response was,
Bullies are just sad people who are bullied themselves. Instead of getting angry, maybe if you help them, they'll help you in return.
Good job, Nana. Shwas here defended his respect and authority without reacting with anger. Sometimes I wonder if I am teaching them life skills or they are teaching me. Thank you so much, boys, for coming and helping out and skipping your Zoom with your social media. Zoom classes, did you? No. Okay, so get back to your classes. Bye, Nana. For the next tip, be fearless with your social media image. Not just in person, everything that I'm talking about can happen to you online too. Social media is a huge part of our lives today. Take me for an example. Does it mean that I fear people who talk down on me? Or take the freedom to use inappropriate language while they have hidden names or hidden profile pictures? Don't let that kind of stuff stop you. Remember and believe in those people who love you and believe in you versus people who don't. You cannot make everyone happy. People who don't like you cannot be a reason for you to give up. Learn to accept that no one is 100% accepted and loved by everyone. Don't try to please everyone. A lot of you want to be more present on social media, but you have that fear of judgment, those negative comments that you always think about. I have a great suggestion for you. I downloaded this app called Skillshare. Skillshare is an online community that offers thousands of inspiring classes for curious and creative people.